Guys, I've seen some audience reviews for the new live-action Lilo and Stitch, and I told y'all it was gonna be bad a whole 2 months ago. I got so many comments on this video telling me, oh my god, you're judging so soon. It's not that deep. But no, the OG movie was made almost entirely away from the company and executive opinions, and this one was not. And it shows. I told y'all that them cutting out the tourist sea plot was because they were trying to promote their Hawaiian resort. And boom, I was right. The tourism subplot is completely gone from the movie. And from the reviews I've seen, apparently the resort was pretty prevalent in the movie. Wild to use a movie that originally critiqued tourism in Hawaii to promote your Hawaiian resort. And I told you guys that Pleakley being in drag was a bad sign. And oh look, the director came out and said he tried to put Pleakley in drag, but guess who told him no? Disney, probably. But movie spoilers ahead, this is what we got instead. Does this change affect the plot? Not really. But in my opinion, it does get rid of the heart of the movie, which is about outcasts from society on Earth and in space becoming family. And in a time where drag queens and trans people are being unnecessarily targeted in politics, I think this would have been, important to include. Look, if you care about the original movie at all, I would not go see this. But if you don't, I'm sure this movie is good if you want to turn off your brain and not think for 2 hours. Because most of the reviews state that the movie isn't the worst live action Disney's ever made, but that it's just okay. This review from The Wrap is my personal favorite. Disney has produced worse live action remakes of their beloved films. A lot worse. Oh god, so many of them are worse. But this new Lilo and Stitch gets the job done. It's just a job that nobody needed to do. And yeah, that's how I feel about most live action remakes. What's the point of remaking a beloved film and turning it into something mid? Because from the reviews that I've seen, it's basically an entirely different movie at this point. Here's a condensed list of all of the changes they made I've seen people most mad about. Lilo doesn't hit Myrtle anymore, or anyone anymore. They toned down what made Lilo unique. She doesn't have her spoon dolls. And apparently Scrump gets one brief mention. Lilo was sad and angry in the OG movie because her parents died. And she was feeling alienated in her own home and town. So yeah, she acted out in wild ways. So removing this stuff is frankly stupid to me, much like the fact that the Ugly Duckling storyline that was the center of Stitch's character arc is apparently completely gone in the film. The main villain is no longer Captain Gantu. It's apparently Jumba the entire movie. And he doesn't get a redemption arc. He gets arrested in the end. And since he's no longer around to help rebuild their house like in the original, Nani leaves Lilo in the custody of David's mom, who is apparently their neighbor in this movie, in order to go to college in California. What are we doing? What? Okay, I heard they were trying to add a modern and realistic spin on this movie, which would explain some of the changes, like Nani trying to focus on herself as well as Lilo and going to college. But this change is wild to me because Nani fought to keep Lilo the entire movie. Lilo wasn't holding her back from anything. They both wanted family, and Nani giving up custody of Lilo feels so out of character for her. And so unnecessary for the plot. Apparently in the movie, she can teleport to Lilo anytime she wants, but why would you write it like that? The original movie was almost perfect, so these changes are wild to me. Sure, this movie may be fine on its own, and I heard the acting is good, but it's just hard not to think that this movie was just a soulless cash grab, especially considering everything they removed. And lastly, fuck everyone who told me that I was judging too soon, and almost got my original video removed for hate speech. I was just letting y'all know the red flags that I was seeing.